Okay, this right here is called edge board, and basically just strips of wood that are bendable because the roof line has a curve to it, and I need to fill the gaps in between the framing right through here. So I have to fill those gaps because the metal roof will cave in here, or cave in right here, if it didn't have the edge board. And in between here, in between these two pieces here, I am going to put insulation. There will be insulation in there, and it'll be the thickness of the frame, so there will be no gap, and the metal frame should not fall through. I say should not. That is the whole thing, and that's one of the reasons of these old type of trailers that the support, the lack of support in the ceiling, and they started giving in and caving in. But hopefully this will work out. It looks pretty good up here. That square that you see right there is where the fan will eventually go. So that's the frame for the fan. And now I'm going to go over to the other side there and put in the edge board. Alright, so now you guys know what I'm doing up here, and I'm going to put some more sheets up eventually, and hopefully I'll show you some more of what's going on. Alright, talk to you guys later. Yeah, so let's do this piece first. Get that side. Back up just a little bit. Okay. I'll have to get up there and push it underneath there. Right here. You got it? Yeah. All right, good. Can you push this side? Okay. Oh.
A little more here.
A little more. Good. Right on. A little more on this side. Just a tad. Good. We're in. No moss. See? Then I'll just put my trim here and that'll hold it up. Cool. Alright, let me get in place here. Drop this. Can you be fair? There we go. Just a little bit. Cool, I'm gonna go with these again. I leave that hanging right there. You want to grab the nails down for you?
Okay, is it in place? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Cool. I'm gonna do these edge boards real quick, too, and then I'll do that last one afterwards. What's the difference, huh? By the way, it's not like you come in a trailer.
Yep.
All over again. You got it.
Okay, I had a break for a little bit, but now you're going to see me put the edge board on this back piece. This will be this back piece right here, the curvature right in there, and the edge board is the pieces of wood that go in between the two, in between the framing, the frame pieces, and you'll see the large ones. And then you'll see how they go in, and then you'll understand why later when we put the skin on. Once the skin is on, then you'll understand why the edge pieces were there and put there. All right, so but and that's if you follow me that long. Hopefully you will. All right, so here you go. I'm going to be putting them on and go from there. Hopefully you'll be able to see everything that I'm doing. Okay, so this is the back piece. You see the curvature, and I'm just looking at it, and that brace, that piece of framing right there is going to be the level of the back window. As you notice, it's pretty much even with the rear windows on both sides here and there. And I was looking at pictures yesterday and the day before, anticipating where I was going to put the rear window, and that's the spot. So just so you know. All right, I'm gonna record the front side. I'm gonna get the front side going. My helper's here, so we're gonna do the front side right now. Front side. All right, I was just looking at over here. Look. Should stay down now. Oh! Mucho buenos sabores. Mucho bueno.
Looks different, huh? The lid on it?
Yeah, but yeah. And the tile and the floor looks good.
Yeah. Yeah, I had it all cleaned up. I took all the glue that I got on it from the roller and stuff.
Yeah, the floor doesn't do it.
That looks good checkered, huh? I mean, diamond shape versus checkered, going straight up and down.
Yeah.
And it's fine, right?
I think it looks better like that than it would look straight.
Yeah, what it does, the guy was telling me is it's going to make it look bigger.
Yeah, it changes the contrast of
Yeah,
it.
the dimension.
That's what they spray the friggin' floors with. They do the floors out there in the
Yeah.
garage.
The garages.
Yeah.
My buddy just did his garage in Corona.
Oh, really?
He rolled some like neoprene stuff on it, and then let it sit for like a week. The guy told me let it sit for a week so nothing like absorbs into the concrete, and then he laid out tile on top of the stuff, and then he put another like thin layer of like a clear neoprene over the tile, and it looks really good. Really good. His garage actually looks 10 times bigger than what it really is.
Sure.
Just from the
Yeah.
tile. The only thing in his garage is his chopper and his girl's car. It's the only thing his.
Oh, man. Right there, this alone looks better than it was before.
Oh, yeah. You haven't done the ones for the...
No,
What
no,
yet?
no. So I'm thinking I'm just going to go ahead and do the 16, then the window, then another 16. That'll bring it to about right here. So that'll give me
And
this
then you have
piece,
one
and
more
then that piece over there. I actually have 3 more pieces. I actually have 3 more pieces.
So you have to split the second.
I may just put a thin piece of regular plywood back here. Because it's going to be behind the back.
Freeway, and they haven't moved any of the cars.
Oh, because people are leaving and leaving the keys. Don't taking the keys over. People are leaving the cars there, but they're not leaving the keys. Move the cars.
Yeah, but they haven't moved the carrier, and all the other cars that burned down, they haven't even moved those yet either.
No, cars can't get any tow vehicles in there. They
No.
couldn't even get the rescue people in there. Supposedly, some people got burned in the car.
Oh, really?
What I heard.
Wow.
There were some burn victims that said burn. So they must have been sitting in the car and didn't even see it coming. Because the traffic was stopped on the freeway.
That's nuts.
It didn't stop. It was stopped because of the traffic. It was stopped in both directions just because of the traffic. And then when the fire came, it came so fast, it just overwhelmed everything.
Well, they said that there's construction on that section of the 15th. So it was bottlenecking right there, and it was slowing all the traffic down. So everyone was bottlenecked in that little tight area, and the fire came, and they had no chance to get out.
Our boss had to go right after lunch. His sister took off from a shop, Zion. With her daughters, they were going to Lake Mead, and that's where they're all going this weekend. They have a house. She took off from Zion and stuff, started going up the hill, and Zion started getting hot. A little red light came on. So she pulled over, got off the freeway, called her brother. He brought water and stuff, and he drove all the way out there, topped it off with water, got in it and drove it back, and they drove all the way back, and then she hopped in her Jeep and took her Jeep. And they said that it took them probably almost 2 hours, 3 hours to go there and back. The traffic was just unbelievable. Stopped the traffic bumper to bumper the whole way there and back.
Well, there's a chick that I know that has Snapchat, and she lives just on the backside of Oak Hills, and they evacuated her because the fire is right there at Oak Hills.
Yeah. Already? Wow.
That means it's at the top of the hill already.
It's going towards, now it's going towards Redwood.
Surprised it hasn't gotten over to Silverwood. But I guess it's going the other way.
Yeah, it's going up the hill.
Okay, so yeah, it's going north. They said it's going that way for some reason. Well, the winds are carrying it that way. Yeah, they said the winds are like 35, 45 miles an hour. And it's in that long valley, so it's like that funnel. That wind funnel. They said the winds come down the mountain, go into that valley, and they said if the winds stay the same way it is, there's no way that they're going to get ahead of that fire.
That's why I overcame the car when I crossed the freeway.
The wind was carrying it.
The wind was carrying it so fast. I can't imagine that. I mean, if you were lucky enough to see it coming, you could come out of the way.
Yeah, but you imagine if that car carrier that's burned is brand new cars?
Yeah, but where do you go? Where do you run? Which direction do you run? You know, I mean,
Depending on how wide the fire is.
All right.
But you imagine those people that are sitting like 6 or 7 cars back on the cars that are burning?
Oops.
No one can see you in the damn car.
Okay, here we go. Inside view. Inside view. This is what it looks like inside now. Starting to look like a little trailer. Got the roof on it. And actually, this is supposed to be pretty good because it's supposed to rain. And so this will help keep it dry inside. Guys, I hope you saw what I did. And it was a learning experience for whoever's watching it for educational purposes. So.
Yesterday for the 710, and on the opposite side
That's what it looks like on the outside.
Before you get onto the 710 interchange, there was a car on fire. I passed
There it is.
and the car was so engulfed in flames you couldn't
There you go.
Yeah, a lot of that shit happens because of the heat.
Very awesome. I'm very happy with
the goddamn traffic
my
That's what
progress today. Very happy.
driving up the hill.
Anyways, thanks for watching. Talk to you guys later.
Scion loaded with kids.